What is going on, guys and gals, ladies and laddies? Welcome back to more Atelier, Escha, and Logy. In the last one, we got access to Linka. We also have a bunch of stuff going on right now, but I need to do some in the Atelier research. Lava cube, divine jar, flava thing, black neutralizer, white neutralizer, polarized gem, knitted shirt, stylish shirt, leather shirt, bone plate, and magic plate. Okay, so just new armors and stuff.
Alright,
yeah,
what to
we need
do?
to check. So, we haven't made this. We need corundum stone.
What should I make?
So wait, is corundum stone something I have to make? Flava blitz is a Logy only item. Crystal ring, tarot of fate. I don't see any corundum stuff in here. Neutralizers. Let's go to the plaza real quick. Or not the plaza. I always forget which one it is. Urban area. Katla, do you happen to have corundum stone? No.
Are you...
I know you're not going to have any, but I might as well check with you anyways. Okay, you don't have anything I need right now. Dragon Fist. Walking Twilight. Dark Knight Cape, Acrobatic Armor, Exceed Belt, and Traveler's Rations. Okay, those are interesting. We might need to go grab those. Balloon Docks. Let's talk to Alwyn. Making prep for the ruins.
Marion wants you to get to the ruins? Has she lost her mind?
Escha started it. Marion just ran with the idea.
Brother, we want an airship that can take us to the unexplored ruins.
It's impossible. The turbulence is too unpredictable. The airship will be smashed to bits in midair.
Why don't we just ride the turbulence?
I had a bad feeling about that. What if we modified it?
No, it's not a matter of modifications. I'm afraid that a blimp simply can't make it there.
Then
Just
make a plane.
making sure. No one can even get close to that thing, right? There are just too many obstacles and the craft won't survive. That's what I've been told.
Yeah, it's a strange story, and I have no idea where it even came from.
Did you think of something, Logy?
A blimp isn't stable or rigid enough. Is there any way to overcome those problems?
No, there isn't.
Yeah.
The only airships we have available are... Oh, you're right! There are dreadnoughts now. One of those can probably make it.
Dreadnoughts?
It's possibly the epitome of modern technology and alchemy, with a hardened hull.
It's dense enough to survive the wind and the rubble. One of them's our best bet to reach in the ruins.
That's amazing.
So we need a dreadnought.
If we can get one of these here, we'd be able to make it there right away.
Well, I don't know if that's an option. Only a few have been built and Central's researching them, not to mention the dangers in manufacturing one. You can't simply pick one up and go.
Aw, it was a great idea, I thought.
We
Actually,
can just make one.
if the two of you can get some key parts, it's not impossible. Just very difficult.
Really? So, if we try really, really hard, we might be able to build one ourselves?
Wait a second.
Oh, man.
Are you serious? That's impossible. It's too dangerous.
Don't you
Shut
want
up,
to try
Logy.
it? Let's take on the challenge of building a dreadnought.
Nothing will come
Yeah.
of taking on an impossible task. We should think of another way to get there.
Except proving that it's possible. Logy?
Don't
Get
worry,
with it.
you'll have my full support. It's not every day you get to do something this interesting. I'll run it by Heisman.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be happy to contribute, and I'll gather some maintenance guys.
Really? Brother, you're the best.
I guess there's no convincing these two. This is gonna be one hell of a ride.
Look, man, we opened a can of worms. We started getting
Sorry,
people ready.
Logy, but I truly believe we can make this happen.
Now that that's settled, we need to start gathering materials for the ship's frame. A lot of them.
And then gas to fill the ship. Without that, we won't get off the ground. That'll require alchemy. I don't
All
know
right.
how to make that. And even if I knew the steps, I don't know if I could create it.
Still, we have to try our best. We've grown a bit too, you know?
As I said, it's a nearly impossible task. If we're stuck, we have to give up. Got it?
No.
Fine. But first, let's start by doing what we can.
What am I going to do? She's never gonna give up, is she?
No, but why would she? She's like, it's alchemy. Figure it out. Oh. Yeah, here you go. Wood for the frame.
What do you think, brother? Will this be enough?
Huh. This should be plenty for what we're doing. Let's try and
Hell
build
yeah,
it.
look at that.
I've been meaning to ask you, can you even design a dreadnought? I don't want to rain on your parade, but it's better to know now rather than learn it later.
I'm glad you asked. You know, I've admired airship design since I was a kid. I've mocked some up.
Wow. You
Yeah,
studied
look at
the
that, man.
engineering all on your own?
Yeah, I thought that if I understood how to build an airship with my own hands, I could go a lot farther. With that in mind, I'm happy these designs got to see the light of day again.
Look at that.
I see. That's impressive, but do we have manpower? Maintenance is spread pretty thin as it is.
You see, Heisman's all for it. He said, "How can I turn down this chance of a lifetime?" So he worked with Marion to talk to Colin. We don't have to worry about labor or budgets.
You've already done that much? This
We
has
don't have to worry
really
about the
gotten out
labor
of hand.
or the budget.
I see. Thank you, brother, for coming on board for such a reckless project.
Look, man, he's part of the team.
Cut that out. We haven't done anything yet. And there's no guarantee that it'll work.
He's right. We haven't worked out all the kinks. I think we need to work with some more caution.
I agree. We'll be careful with the process. We don't want anyone getting injured on this quest. Nonetheless, I'm
Yep.
pretty impressed about your knowledge of airships. Have you studied them?
Yeah, I was interested in them a while ago.
That's where the
Whoa,
explosion happens.
That's so cool, Logy. You learned all that just because it interested you?
Yeah,
We're
that's
building
how
a
it works.
prototype right now. We'll bring it over when it's done. Start looking forward to it.
Good luck with your work, brother. We'll keep gathering more materials for you, too.
Don't tell me. Even maintenance is this into this project?
Yeah.
How can I possibly convince them to stop?
Why are you trying to convince them to stop? Like, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get it done. So that's one more thing completed. I need to finish the rest of these. Urban area. Katla, what's up?
Say, Katla, I've been meaning to ask you for a while now,
This is a
but
talkie episode, apparently.
What is it? Please, ask me anything.
that old book, you haven't sold it yet. I'm actually a little curious about it.
What, this? My, you've got fine taste, don't you, Logy? My father found this book in some ruins. But I left it here because I don't know what to make of it. Why are you curious about it now? It's been here for a while.
We're trying to build a new airship right now. Maybe there's some relevant information in that book.
If that's the case, I suppose I could let you have a little peek. Here you go.
Yeah, thanks. Let's see.
Well, Logy, is there anything we can use in there?
I knew it! It's a book on alchemy. It shows how to create the gas that'll lift even the dreadnought.
Really?
Sick.
So with that book, we'll be able to make the materials we need?
It should. I need to take a closer look at it, though.
Huh? Is this something that we can use?
Katla, can we buy this right away? We'll pay for it.
Well, well, well. If it's that important, then surely it should fetch a pretty penny.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well then, how about this much?
What is it? 100,000?
That's too expensive.
How about a hug?
It's pretty valuable, isn't it? I need to charge at least this much.
Is your bottom line the only thing you care about?
What should
What
we
about
do?
a hug?
It's so expensive.
What was I thinking? How could we come up with this much money?
Budgets?
Is that so? Well, I'm afraid we'll have to pretend this conversation never happened.
Aw. What should we do, Logy?
Nobody would pay that much for a book anyway. Let's explore some other options.
But you already read it. Oh, but you said you'd have to look into it,
what if-
didn't you? Okay. Let's check back at the administration office. Sold. This, your payment. Share. everyone share. You beat deadline. I give you bonus, more than usual. Thank you, Soul. Everyone happy. Are you taking care of the homunculi? Must be tough work. It's not that bad. In the beginning, it was an uphill battle trying to understand each other. Right now, I'm able to communicate with them using simple words and grammar. Looks to me like their way of talking rubbed off on you. It may be true, but I confess, their way of speaking actually makes a lot of sense to me. Apparently, I have the tendency to hurt other people when I express myself with too many words. By remaining terse and speaking as a homunculus does, I feel that it helps me get along with others. In other words, you knew that you were being harsh. Why not just go easier on other people? It's just in my nature, I suppose, but I wouldn't have to resort to that if people didn't make errors. Sorry, I take that back. In any case, the bottom line is that once you learn how to speak with them, it's not that difficult. Some people say they're not great around the homunculi, but I think they have many lovable qualities. Still, isn't it a lot of work to bring candy for them every day? Well, that's one area where my hobbies have a practical use, so it really isn't much trouble. Not to mention that I get to eat whatever's left over myself, so the arrangement has its benefits. I see. That does sound like a pretty sweet deal. Logy, anyway, I'm so jealous. Maybe I should try your work someday, Mr. Soul. Oh, would you like to? It would actually be a great help. Why don't we start in a few days? Really? What kind of snacks should I make? Before thinking about food, I suggest you review the budget schedules for each division. And then, go through the branch's budget and determine how much must be allocated to each division. We'll have to go through all the requests from the townspeople as well and allocate the workload. I can't possibly do all of that. Actually, I'm amazed you have time to make snacks after all that work. Once you get used to it, it's not that bad. And I am exaggerating just a little bit. When you're able to do all of that perfectly, then you can interact with the homunculi. Now, Miss Escha, should we get you ready to take on some of my work? I'm so sorry. I was joking. Please, don't get anything ready. Miss Marion has quite a bit of work, but Soul's on a different playing field altogether. Yeah, the man manages the budgets of every single division.
No?
Like, the man's insane. Anyways, we need to come back up here. Alright, what are we doing now? What's going on? Who is it? Oh!
Mr. Fixario, I presume. Do you have a moment?
Yeah. Logy's fine.
Sure. What's the problem?
Has there been anything strange around you in the past few days?
Strange? Not that I would say.
Something trivial. Anything at all. Anything that you've noticed being unusual?
You?
Well, if you really want to know, Escha made us some snacks the other day that were tastier than usual.
That's not exactly what I was looking for.
That's funny.
Stop beating about the bush and tell me what you want.
Lately, I've been hearing about a number of power struggles between the alchemists in Central City.
I've heard the rumors too. What of them?
Mr.
Weird.
Fixario, could your being stationed in this remote area be a result of one such grab for power?
Me? You're overthinking this.
So you say. You did receive an education in alchemy in Central City, did you not? And
Yes.
yet, here you are, working far from civilization out on the frontier. It doesn't add up. I have
No.
an inclination to ascribe this to a great conspiracy.
You're being paranoid. The branch here was short-staffed. I went where I was needed. That's simple.
I see.
Calm yourself.
Perhaps it all takes place somewhere you cannot see. I may need more support from internal affairs in order to reach into the deeper layers of this.
It's
Are you
not a
listening to
conspiracy.
a word I'm saying? Keep it up and you will really get me angry.
Ah, excuse me. I think I've gotten a bit ahead of myself. Let's both calm down a bit, shall we?
Listen, Miche. I volunteered to be stationed here. It wasn't an order from someone else. Besides, I'm getting used to life here, and it's not that bad. I don't plan to go back anytime soon.
Good.
I see. Well then, please forgive me. It would seem that I had been overthinking things a bit.
As long as you understand that.
As a token of apology, I would like to give you whatever aid I can in building your airship. I have
Thanks.
some research material I was planning to use in my inspection of the R&D division. It may be useful,
Hey, that's...
Now, if you'll excuse me, I hope that you can complete your airship.
Hey, wait! Ugh. Damn. This could get really ugly.
Logy, why do I feel like you're a double agent? What are you doing?
Alright, what to do?
Okay, anyways, we've made one of these. We've not made one of those. We've made a graviton gale, and we've made the medical bag. So it's just a corundum stone. Okay, hold on. No. In here, the book. The book, items, material items. We're just going through all of these to see if I have any locations for corundum stone. There we go. Twilight Forest. Okay. There's a gathering location in Twilight Forest.
Now,
Let's go there next. Alright. Forest entrance, Village Road, Plaza Ruins, Forest Point. Let's go here.
Today's mission should go smoothly. I had a big breakfast.
There! Ha!
let's mop them up.
Ha!
Understood. Here's a bonus. Here it goes again. Good work, everyone.
Alright, we're mainly here to get corundum.
That's a nice. Let's attack together.
Have some more.
Yes. We won pretty easily.
Okay, got a little bit of corundum.
There's
Check
something
the
here.
relics. Let's just take the thread.
Is this a relic from the past?
Okay.
Where are we?
That's all I needed. So we continue onward. Return to world map. Go back to Coal Seat. Sure, disassemble it. Hand wound thread. No, everything goes back.
Alright, what materials to use?
And then use traditional staff, corundum. I don't have anything that's going to add anything fancy. So use a mossy driftwood, and then follow-up attack actually might be a good thing to add on to it.
Is this good?
Follow
Alright,
up an earth
let's
damage.
begin.
Okay,
This could work.
we do water.
What to
Use
use?
skill conversion 2 to convert to
Adding
wind.
wind. What to
Use
use?
skill division to add
Adding the
more
same
water.
effect. What to use?
We don't need a second one,
Adding effect.
but we'll increase the effect. We add more
Alright,
earth,
that looks good. How's
then we
this?
add fire.
What to use? Raising cost. What
We
to
CP
use?
recovery.
Adding effect.
Add more effect.
Please go well. What to use? Adding viscosity. What to use?
I mean, we can just use it. We'll get a
Using
second
a
one.
special skill. What to use?
I mean,
Adding effect.
yeah, just add more
Is this
effects.
good? Finishing
Yep,
the
synthesize
item.
it.
All right. What properties should I keep?
Okay. We want follow-up attack. Do we add poison? Well, actually, increases skill power and cost. Let's add weight delay, and let's add
Is this
poison
okay?
to it.
It's done.
Alright, so that's all of the weapons that I needed to make. Let's... Okay, so she has the new one equipped because I was using it to make stuff. No, just regular cotton shirt. Okay.
What should I make?
So now we need to synthesize some stuff. Let's go...
What materials should I
Divine
use?
Jar. River water for effect up.
Is this alright? Alright, let's
Adding
start.
ingredients. So let's do neutralizer B
Yes,
for double
looks
water.
Good. What
We
should I
do
use?
conversion 2 for
Adding
wind.
air. What should I use?
Division to add more water. 'Cause this adds the most water. This adds 2 different elements. And it's not like I'm going to get high enough to get to the next bar
Adding same
anyways.
effect
So
as
we'll use
chosen
river
item.
water.
Yes,
Add more
looks
river water.
good. What
Check
should I
this.
use? Please go well.
We'll get another earth.
What should I use? Using
We'll do quantity
special
up.
skill. What could happen?
Then add water.
Is this alright? What should I use?
And then conversion
Adding viscosity. What should I use? Adding
Effect up.
Is this all? I'm
and
crafting the
synthesize.
item. Yeah. What properties should I keep?
Multiple effect, destruction up, and
Is this
effect
okay?
up.
It's done.
Lava Blitz,
What materials should I use?
Shield Word, and Steel Defense. Oh yeah, what does it do? Reduces number variation, makes it easier to produce larger numbers. Oh. Interesting, but I think that one would be more interesting. Destruction up. And fire.
Is this alright? Alright, let's start.
Let's start with water.
Looks good. What should I use?
Conversion,
Adding
wind.
air. What should I use? Adding same effect as chosen item.
Add the earth. Add more earth.
Yes, looks good.
Add the river water.
Yes, looks good. What should I use?
We don't want quantity.
Adding
We can do effect.
Please go well.
Fire.
What should I use?
Draw
Drawing
properties.
out
So that
properties.
it's now
What
it's
should I
5.
use? Adding effect.
Even
what
more
should
effect.
I use? Is this all right? I'm crafting the item.
Synthesize.
Yay! What properties should I keep?
Steel defense. Deals additional fixed damage to the target and slightly reduces their defense power. That's cool. Frost Core. I like the sound of that. And let's just do
Is this okay? It's
Destruction
done.
up.
I learned a new skill.
conversion 3. I like the sound of that. Okay. Was there anything in here that I needed specifically? use this while out, you may find better quality items.
What
Sure, let's make one.
materials should I use?
Let's just go ahead and use wind core. We'll do some screws. Actually, what
materials
things?
should I use?
Oh, I need high water. Okay, let's get water in there. We need stuff with water element. Slag memories. Ooh, garden stone does really good with water. So does antique moss. Let's do garden
All
stone.
right, let's start.
Alright, let's add a
What could
pendulum.
happen?
Let's add our
How's
garden
this?
stone
How's this?
and our aqualite.
What should I use?
And then we convert
Air. What should I
air, division, so that we can add a second
use? Adding same
slag
effect as
memory.
chosen item.
And then
What should I use?
CP recovery.
Reason cost. What should I use? What could happen?
We add that so we get it all the way up
What
there.
should I use?
Doesn't look like there's really anything else that I would get
I'm
benefit
crafting the
from.
item.
So,
Yay! What properties should I keep?
dowsing rod. It's just all stats inherit PP.
Is this
Effect
okay
up.
done?
Okay. That's all of those. Let's go check the balloon docks real quick. Really amazing how much you know about airships. I wouldn't say that it's that impressive. Well, that's not true. You know exactly what we need to build one, and you know the dangers too, Escha. But I don't want to do nothing and just give up. Coal State is a small town. I was raised by Clone and Awin and the apple orchard. Wait, the orchard? Yep. But that's why I've always dreamt about the unexplored ruins and the open sky. Isn't the sky wonderful? The open sky, huh? He used to talk about that too. I got to see quite a bit of it on my way here. Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry. It's nothing to apologize for. This job has given me the chance to face a whole bunch of new challenges. Even if something feels impossible at first, it feels so good to work and finally do it. Yeah. That's how I started to think about my job. Do you feel like that too? About difficulties. Do you feel the same way about difficulties too? Of course. You know, that's a lot easier said than done, right? I know, but I think dreams that are easily reached are kind of boring. I've got you and Awin and Captain Heisman to encourage me. That's why I think it'll turn out okay. And even if I fail, I just have to try again. She's so excited. Can't bring myself to ask her about failures that can't be fixed. It's kind of unfair for her to smile so brightly like this. What's wrong, Logy? Oh, nothing. I wonder if I've ever made a face like that while talking about my dreams. I don't know, Logy. Have you? Do you have any dreams anymore, Mr. Dream Crusher? What you doing, Miche? Do you two have a moment? I have some things to ask concerning the branch's development division. Okay, what is it? According to official documents, the goal of development is to recreate technology from the past. That sounds about right. However, your actual duties seem to encompass a much wider variety of activities. Investigating ruins, assisting with supplies. Aren't these tasks the purview of other departments? Well, yes, but we're all short-handed here, so we need to do a lot of different jobs. Even the maintenance division does repair work on buildings. I know we could be segmenting our work, but I see. I understand the situation, but it is quite troublesome. It's impossible for me to verify irregularities if they are simply stated as necessities for a task. Oh, so you're saying it would be easy to lie in our reports, then? It wouldn't be reason enough to change the organization structure, either. It's quite a situation. Indeed. Well, how about this? Allow me to accompany you on your departmental excursions from this point onward. What? How does that help with anything? I shall use you as an example of how departments perform work outside of their stated duties. Then I shall compare your work with the paperwork submitted and use it as a basis for future audits. Is it really okay for you to use our department for such an important decision? I see no issues, as long as you wish to cooperate. Or are you trying to hide something from me? No, it's nothing like that, but I understand. But you should know that we do leave the town on investigations, too. We end up in combat with monsters quite often. Will you be alright? There's absolutely nothing to worry about. Despite my appearance, I have extensive combat training. A sound spirit requires a tempered body, always refined, always noble. The words of my teacher, also a master martial artist. I shall devote my strength to your cause. Is that so? Well, thanks. It might be helpful, but he's going to be watching us. We have to make sure we don't make him mad at us. Alright, well, Miche can join the group. I just remembered that I have adventuring gear that I can equip. While this bomb takes up a lot of space, I might just be able to put some better things on there. So what does this do? Greatly increase the chance of finding better relics in the field. Divine Draw takes up 3, Flava Blitz takes up 3. What do I have for 1? The Dowsing Rod? Sure. Alright. Now... what else do we have? We need that for 2. Do they both have... okay, they both have Cup. Let's remove these real quick. Let's get Flood in there. And that should be good for now. Man, I need another bar. Administration office. Not the administration office. Development office. Report. Hero defense and 3,000 clue. Okay. We need to complete 6 requests, so we need a couple more requests. Equip a dowsing rod. Go gather with a dowsing rod equipped, then return to town. Disassemble a lava cube. The lava cube relic can be found using relic discovery at the abandoned river. Synthesize a lava cube with falling stars effect. Slay the carrier in southern ruins. Gather leaf grass in the withering plains. Cover 5 documents. A request has been made for you to gather documents from many areas. Recover 5 documents. Search investigations. Deliver emergency rations to the official at the town entrance. Synthesize a deck of Tarot of Fate cards. Made a request for antiques. Okay. Town entrance. I've been waiting. Well then, shall we be off? Sorry we're late, Mr. Michi. I don't mind. There's never any harm in being thorough when making your preparations. Glad you say that. However, it cannot be an excuse for tardiness. Had you properly prepared beforehand, you would have been here on time. Learn from this. There's not much I can say to argue with that. You're way more reliable than us, Miche. That's amazing. Your compliments delight me. Your compliment delights me. But are you really content with that? I lack experience in outdoor activities such as this. I only know what I was taught. I was hoping you would be able to help me, but is that acceptable to you? Of course, leave the investigations to us. We might not always be punctual, but we'll work hard. If there's anything you aren't sure of, just ask. Though I think you already know more than us. I'm relieved to hear you say that. I shall be most studious. As the senior investigators, we should at least try to have answers to all his questions. So you say. Where's this person? There's a person. I think it's this guy? Joking old man, look at this hard-boiled egg. Town entrance, that's where I was headed. Ah, okay. So I just need to make some food. Let's make some food. Oh, actually, episode's running a little long. That's going to be the end of this one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.